But we are live. Patty's here. Everybody's here. Although today...
Where's the expensive open?
That's right. Today, I went to the doctor again for a physical because of being 60 in a couple days. And my blood pressure was a little higher than I want it to be. And as I was telling my doctor this, I noticed that she had a lot of redness in her eyes and was wearing a mask and her hair was unkempt and she was walking and moving slowly. And I come to find out she is very ill, not contagious. And suddenly, you know, my slightly elevated blood pressure seemed petty. So I asked about her problems. And then I prescribed for myself 3 KFC extra crispy sandwiches, beef gravy, and bourbon. Because why should I live longer than my doctor?
Since 2020, we've done plenty of virtual comedy shows online. And though the virus is slowing, we'll keep going because we've still got lots of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. It's a Zoom meeting with jokes. So please turn on your camera, turn on your mic, unless you have barking dogs or a rabid moose in your living room, in which case, please mute yourself for Pete's sake. And let's have some fun.
It's the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Steve Goodie and Brad Tassell. Tonight, Steve and Brad welcome comedian
Ryan Niemiller.
Plus funny songs from
Zulu.
And a patty melt from Patti Vasquez. And much, much more. Now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
Yay. I'm doing the blur thing. I've never done the blur thing before. It's kind of fun.
That's your costume.
Yeah, it's my costume. I'm blurry. I'm wearing this. It's welcome everybody to the Virtual Comedy Show pre-Halloween edition. I'm Spooky Brad, along with Ghoulie Steve and Petrifying Patty, and we do a show every week of comedy and jokes and songs. This week we have super famous and brilliant comedy god Ryan Niemiller, who we also found out is in a gang, and that's not good.
Thank you for reading my credit exactly as I asked you to. I appreciate that.
But I didn't do the joke because it wouldn't be right. Yeah. And musical legend, Dr. Meno's sidekick, Sulu. So I guess I'm just stopping there and just saying Sulu. So anyway, and yes, I will tell you this. My doctor is 4 times sicker than me and still coming to work. And I feel like a putz complaining about being 60. This poor thing, my doctor is 29 years old. My physician is 29 years old. I chose her because I wanted someone who won't retire before I'm dead. That's,
That's true.
She has no experience.
So I need a dentist that's 23 and a teen plumber. That's what I need in my life. So my doctor is very young, very tiny. She's a little blonde with a lot of health issues. And I'm nice enough also to keep my clothes on during physicals to not add nausea to her list of ailments. I keep dressed that entire time. But this poor thing is trying to help me. She's 29. She has Crohn's disease, celiacs. She's pregnant and using the wrong conditioner. So all those things. And I offered to start a GoFundMe campaign for her, but she refused, saying the next best thing I could do for her is stay healthy and never ask for a prostate exam. I think that's that right there might have been a little creepier than I wanted it to be. I apologize for that.
Not as creepy as the pregnant part.
Yeah, she would not
it's Halloween. You can be, if there's a day you can be creepy.
That's
right.
Halloween. There's a day to be creepy. And it's my birthday. Halloween's my birthday.
That's right.
Okay. And also, I'm trying to keep up with Steve. He buys apartments and I buy cars every week. I bought a Mini Cooper a few weeks ago, and tomorrow I'm buying another Mini Cooper. And Steve is also going to be in on this crime because tomorrow morning at 8, I have to drive him over to pick it up. This one, though, is a manual transmission. Yeah. Who's that? Anybody have a manual transmission in their life?
No.
My logic is to keep my brain active while I drive because I feel like with texting and eating, I'm not doing enough in the car. I had shifting at the same time. And next up for long trips, I'm going to bring back a paper map spread across the dashboard. So nothing keeps your synapse on their toes like constant imminent death. So invite me over for dinner. And if I'm 10 minutes late, call the authorities because I'm in a ditch with a burned out clutch. Okay. So anyway, where are we?
Try it while driving on the left. Then we'll talk.
Here, I got to get rid of this. And then see, this is going to be one of those things where I cover the camera.
That one looked really funny.
That's the one I did in the beginning.
Okay, that was funny.
Also this week, before we get to what could be jokes, this last weekend, we visited the daughter at her job in Mississippi. You may know that she is an entomologist at Mississippi State University. Hail State, everybody, as I learned what they say. I also learned that MSU has the most unfortunate, I don't know how to say this actually.
You can do it.
They have the most unfortunate team spirit of any school in history. And let me say what that means. I love it, by the way. It is super heartwarming, but also melancholy at the same time. So we went to the MSU versus Arkansas football game, right? And I've been to many football games from high school to pro and never, ever, ever seen this level of team spirit and positivity. First, their level of tailgating before the game makes the street markets in Morocco look like a grade school bake sale. It is just miles. It is acres of tents and food and fun and logos and fanfare. Then you get in the game and they all have cowbells. 20,000 cowbells. Even Christopher Walken said, enough. So I'm no longer Jones. I can't even do it. They cheer and they chant and they cowbell so loud you can't even hear the band. They clap and they sing so much for every player. Every player that walks on the field is like Tom Brady 5 years ago. It's amazing. They have jets fly over during the national anthem. People are standing and screaming, "Go team, win, win." There's 100 cheerleaders flipping for every player. And then after the kickoff, the great MSC football team immediately fumbles and Arkansas scores twice. 2 minutes in, they're terrible. The team is horrible, but the fans keep pretending they're great. It makes you feel good and sad all at once. 25,000 people cheering for a very poor showing. And but that's how it should be. Isn't that how it should be?
It
People
is.
get so mad at a team of 4-year-olds playing soccer because we don't keep score. They're angry at them. How will they ever learn if we don't let a toddler, know he sucks as a goalie? But here we are at MSU saying to adults, we love you anyway, and we'll pay you $70 a ticket to watch you suck. We will watch you lose 58-25 and still shake our cowbells like you just won the Super Bowl. So this is how it should be everywhere. You say you'll get them next time, even though you know damn well they ain't getting nobody. So here's to you, MSU, and I can't wait to come back. Okay, so that was my little diatribe about that. So let me get this crap out of the way. I should be taking these off as we go, but I haven't done this. I haven't done it this way in a long time, have I?
You don't know.
Yeah, well, usually I sit and just kind of read them off of paper. So, all right, here we go. Trump brought all his pals to New York City and did a revival of West Side Story where the Jets deported the Sharks back to Puerto Rico. Didn't need a rumble. Now, you might have seen Kill Tony podcast comedian Tony Hinchcliffe open the Orange Bigots rally at Madison Square Garden with an audition for Hitler's Got Talent. His set was perfect. If this was 1968 and he was speaking at Paula Dean's Country Club, it was perfect.
Wow.
And you know what? It's not the racism and bigotry that really puts me off because I expected that. It's how lazy this guy was. The jokes were a watermelon joke, for God's sakes. You can't be more. What's next? Going to tell us how deaf people talk funny? Is that woo-hoo-hoo, edgy? Can't wait to hear that Asians are bad drivers. But fear not. This dude is still going to have 1 million bigots show up for his shows. And I cannot wait for 8 years of that douche doing President Kamala Harris jokes.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, that's right. No applause for Kamala Harris on that one. Okay. I went to get my sign today, and the Democratic headquarters didn't open until 3, which shows you how they're doing in Kentucky. The Washington Post has lost more than 200,000 subscribers after refusing to endorse Kamala Harris, which isn't true. They were going to endorse Kamala Harris. They were about to release the endorsement when Jeff Bezos, who owns the paper, told them to stop because he feared if Trump won, the tangerine turd would destroy his Blue Origin rocket program.
Oh, man.
But you know what? With whistleblowers and talking about safety concerns and huge budget overruns and a culture of sexism, Bezos is doing a pretty good job of destroying the company himself. So I don't know if he needs Trump at all. A Trump spokesman...
And LA Times, that too, they won't endorse.
I know. A Trump spokesman told the Amazon founder that if he rescinded the paper's endorsement, if he didn't rescind the paper's endorsement, they'd change his company from Blue Origin to Orange Diaper. That would be a much better name for the paper and the company. All right. Hey, on November 12th, People Magazine will announce their 2024 Sexiest Man Alive. Ooh. Ryan could be in. Yep, Ryan could be in there.
I'm on the short list.
That's right. Although, I don't know about you, but if they're not going to announce till November 12th, please be Jimmy Carter. Please be Jimmy Carter. Let's hope he's still alive, November. McDonald's will resume selling quarter pounders in all their restaurants this week after 6 people became sick with E. coli across 13 states. The FDA has concluded it was either the onions or the beef patties that caused the illness. And they'll do more research, which might be hard after Ronald McDonald was secretly recorded saying, "I'll kill any cow that snitches." Okay. I don't know if that was even a joke. But that's true about all these. Here we go. Iceland's economy is doing better after workers opted. Let's start that joke over. I forgot how hard it was to stand up here and look around all over the place. Iceland's economy is doing better after workers opted to work less but still get paid the same. Aha! Oddly, my even better plan was rejected, where I get paid a lot and don't show up at all. Seems to care. Care for that even as a joke. Okay. 14. Oh, scammers stole more than 24 tons of artisanal cheeses from a dairy in Britain.
That's funny.
I saw that.
That's enough right there.
Yeah.
Authorities say to be on the lookout for anyone who burrata away more cheese than they can eat them. Burrata.
That was terrible.
Okay, the premise was
all
funnier
in
than
wheels,
the punchline. 45 years ago, a homeowner renovated his home in Chicago and found a human skull in the wall.
Oh, dear.
And finally, after 45 years, it has been identified through DNA as the skull of 17-year-old Esther Granger, who died 150 years ago. Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
Historical data said the teen was said by her peers to be ahead of her time. I think Boo was the right Jumanji 3, We Can't Count, is set to open December 11, 2026. Hopefully by the time that comes around, they realize there have been 4 Jumanji films. There was Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, Jumanji The Next Level. This film will take that long to come out because producers have calculated the amount of time it will take the public to forget Kevin Hart attended 200 Diddy parties. That's how
Wow.
he did do that, by the way. A strip club in Las Vegas is offering a free lap dance to anyone coming in wearing an I voted sticker. Who's going? The club promises no bias.
That's what's going to get me to do voter fraud right there. I'm going to vote 5, 6, 7 times now.
You're going to have all just covered in voter tickets. Now, the club promises no bias, but does say if you voted for Trump, you may want a black towel on your lap between you and the dancer. That's right. Oh my gosh! Hey, this is a joke just for the comics in the room, and we've got a couple of those. We've got 4 comics. Comedian Carlos Mencia called a couple in his show rude, then turned around, pulled down his pants, and mooned them. Yep.
Oh.
Yes. The moment also marked a world record, as Mencia had completed stealing every joke back to 1953. Isn't that when mooning was big, 1953?
Let's say it was.
It was. All right, 2 more. We're all thankful for that. What time is it? Not too bad. Jay Johnston, who knows who that is?
Yep, you can call me right.
The Dodgers.
Nope. No. Jay Johnston, who voices Jimmy Pesto on the Fox cartoon Bob's Burgers, will spend a year in jail for his part in the January 6th Capitol riot. Johnston was part of assaulting a police officer and now has been fired from the show. Authorities said, if you order the Trader with cheeseburger, you're going to get a free spoon. Or, I mean, you're going to get free spooned by your cellmate. Okay. All right. And now my favorite joke I've ever written.
Oh, dear.
We're in
And
trouble.
it's only, again, jokes for old people right here, buddy. Ryan, you might be too young for this joke. How old are you, Ryan?
I am 42.
You are too young for this joke.
Too young for the joke.
Too young for the joke.
Too young?
That should be a new segment.
Yeah, too young for this joke.
Yeah.
That's a good
This is
segment.
29.
Okay. Yeah, my doctor's 29, so figure that out.
Too young for the joke.
2 sheep. 2 sheep were rescued from quicksand after 4 hours in Morecambe Bay, England, after wandering away from their owner. Police said the sheep would not have been in that situation if they had spent any length of time watching television in the 1970s.
I got that reference.
All right.
Quicksands was going to be a big deal. It was on every
That's right.
cartoon.
Every show in the 70s had quicksand. I thought quicksand was going to be such a big thing. You know?
That was really good.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. That's
Hey,
Goodie dressed
that's
up
Brad
as
Tassell. And everybody, I think you and I speak for everybody at MSU when we say to Brad,
You would not believe how loud 20,000 cowbells.
that was very, very good.
It is amazing. So
Happy
all right, you're gonna
almost
go thing.
birthday, Brad.
Happy birthday to me.
I would say we'd all agree Brad does not look anything like 60.
That's right. 73.
73.
Without these filters, death. I look like you.
All right, so let's do a top 10 list, shall we? Let's do. You might be wondering who I'm supposed to be. I am the love child of Igor and Emperor Palpatine. Thank you. That's nothing to do with this top 10 list. Tonight's
That makes
top
total
10 list. In honor of your friend and his, Brad Tassell, tonight's top 10 categories, top 10 last minute 60th birthday gifts for Brad. You probably this as well as I do. Brad is difficult to shop for. My God, I was going to get him a car, but he's already gotten himself 3. So these are better ideas. These are the top 10 last minute 60th birthday gifts for Brad. Number 10. $20,000 in donations at www.virtualcomedyshow.com.
Yes.
That's always in season. Number 9, a calendar that only goes back as far as 1994. That would make Brad 30. No, that's a combination beard trimmer, defibrillator. Always handy.
Defibrillator.
With attachments for the hands of a 29-year-old. I'm just amusing myself. Number 7, subscription to Funny Geezers Monthly. Number 6, 2 words, riding mower.
I hired that out.
You really would like. Number 5, easy bake monologue oven. Makes full monologues in 5 minutes with a single 60-watt light bulb. How handy would that be? Yeah. Number 4, T-shirt saying "World's Greatest Entomologist Dad."
Oh, that would be great. I can put a bug on there. Gotta have a bug on it. Wasp. Wasp.
Number 3, the international bestseller, 10,001 Vampire Jokes They Haven't Heard Yet in Scotland. That'll be handy in 2026, won't it, Brad?
Yeah, 2026.
It will. Number 2, Crayola 64 color ointment set. Ooh. And the number 1 last minute 60th birthday gift for Brad, an all expense paid 3-month vacation in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Yes. In my new hot tub.
Yeah. Hot tub. Time machine.
Love the hot tub. That was
So
pretty
happy
good movie.
birthday, Brad.
Hot tub.
Hey, I wonder if we have a Patty. I think I see
I
one
know,
right
Patty
here.
there.
There she is, right there.
Patty!
Oh my God.
Hello.
You're
Hi,
extra
Patty.
red this week.
Hi.
Are they
How are
holding,
you doing?
Are they
I know,
holding
I'm very-
elections? Are they holding elections under the heat lamp again
Yeah,
this
you
year?
can wear sunscreen while you're knocking on doors. I don't know. There's this new product
It's windburn. It's actually windburn.
And
for
you're
people
doing it for
slamming
us.
the door.
Yes.
If it's windburn, I would say it's because people are farting on her, then slamming the door. That's terrible. I'm sorry, I take it back. Whoa, didn't mean to do that.
You
Hello.
didn't have to go there.
I did mean to go there. Hi, Patty.
Hi, Patty. How are you?
But
You look fabulous.
I'm tired.
And you're
I'm
doing
good.
the Lord's work, and we appreciate
You
it.
are. You are.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's do this.
Sure. Let's say that.
It's time for a Patty Melt with Patti Vasquez, Patti Vasquez. From global conflicts to greenhouse gases, the folks refusing to wear masks says, and politicians getting caught grabbing asses. She's melting down. It's a Patti Vasquez, Patty Melt. Best part of every show.
Yeah, we
Oh,
love it.
stop. No, I'm not.
You're
You know what? I do look a little bit pink. Hi, everybody. I'm fine. I'm totally well rested and ready to take on anything that comes up next. I'm really tired. I'm super tired. I'm going to give you so for folks who may not know, I've been volunteering and door knocking in Kenosha, Wisconsin, Racine, Wisconsin, Elkhorn, Wisconsin, Janesville, Wisconsin. I don't know what's next, but it's all a whitewater. And we've been doing this on and off since April, every weekend since August. And this week I'll be starting tomorrow every single day through Monday, door knocking. This weekend, thank you. It's not. Here's the thing: is it's like a different show every 30 seconds. So basically, like yesterday, we were in the car and there was a former elected senator, senator in the car with us, and he goes, "What's our first door?" And I go, I don't know. I don't coordinate these things. And he turned to me and he goes, "We can't both be the talent." So,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but you're the talent.
well, no, but he is too because he's a former senator. He's just like me. Like we are. I call it point and push.
Yeah.
Point me in the direction and push me there, and I'm it's showtime, baby. But like, so if I could, I don't know how to explain what it's like to knock on doors. So you get like these. It's called turf, which is not great because of J.K. Rowling. Thanks, bitch. Anyway. So turf is literally like the territory you're going to cover, and it's anywhere between we've done about between 37 and 50, I think 60 doors per turf, meaning they've identified doors you should knock on, and these are doors that are generally Democrats who have voted in primaries before, so we know they're Dems or independents, and they call those folks independent persuadables. Oh my God! If there's ever a time to not want to be on someone's porch and be like, can I persuade you to do something rational? Because if you don't know already, what are you doing? Anyway, so it's been a little bit, it's a little exhausting. So I will tell you, over the course of Saturday and Sunday, we had 5 people rotating through, and we knocked on 300 doors. And it's wonderful. And there's a lot of folks there are literally folks who are still like, I'm not really sure. I'm like, and I have to bite my tongue and be like, what do you mean you're not sure? What? So I don't do that. I don't yell at them. And I just talk about, and I'll ask them, like, what's important to you? What are you worried about? And there are folks who are like, well, there are still folks who are like, I haven't really thought much about it. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I know. One guy told me he was an intellectual and he likes to think things through. And I was like, so how's that working out for you? Where are we? Where are we today? And I spent So my goal is to spend no more than 5 minutes with somebody. And I'll tell you, the other door knocker, the senator that I was working with, he was in a courtyard. We walked by. He was there for like 15 minutes there was like a courtyard with like people were coming out to listen to him talk. And one woman asked him, do you think she believes in God? And he said, yeah, I think she believes in God. And how about the other guy who had 5 children with 3 different women? And one guy said, well, that's what men are supposed to do. Spread our seed. What the? Where in the Bible does it say that, folks? Anyway, so that's what we're dealing with. Just in case you're wondering what we're dealing with. This actually reminds me of something. Just it's sort of an aside note. So I live off the Kennedy Expressway. If anyone's familiar with the Kennedy in Chicago, when you're heading towards O'Hare and you pass about Foster, the Kennedy there's an incline. It starts to climb a little bit. And for some reason, traffic will slow down there every single freaking day. And it occurred to me while I'm door knocking that I think that people slow, because as soon as you get past the top of the hill at about Sayre heading into Harlem, it opens wide up. And it occurred to me, I think everyone on the Kennedy slows down because they're not quite sure if the planet is flat and they might fall off the edge. I'm just saying, these are the folks that are still not quite sure who they're voting for. Yeah. They slow down at Sayre because it's going up and they can't see after that. It's fine. We're fine. We're totally fine. Everything's great. Everyone's going to vote for Kamala Harris. I can tell already. Because I'm a Latina who doesn't know how to stop having babies because I let people come inside.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. What are we even doing? Talk about getting a corporate gig and killing the company. I hope that's what happened.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Patti Vasquez.
That would be great. Yeah, that would be great if for the first time in history somebody went and did a corporate and the company folded because of the jokes. Because I've been told I was going to do that at least 3 times. That my show at the corporate event.
It's all your fault.
Oh, I know. I got fired from. Well, I didn't fire. They just were mad at me. It was the Young Presidents Organization. You talk about Trump voters, all white dudes, all under 40 that had companies that were CEO. They were CEOs of that made more than $30 million a year, and they said, we've got these thick skins. You can roast us. Till I started roasting them, and one guy got I can't believe it. I was like, you asked me to do this. And then the guy that asked me to do it, that hired me, said, I told him not to do it, man. I told him. And he told me to go hard. He goes, these guys can take it.
Yep.
And man, did this guy just fall. I mean, they were such wimps. I couldn't believe it.
The only reason I haven't been fired from this show is because Brad and I run a democracy and Bob has a vote.
That's right. And I got suspended for a week, and Carla was here, so that was
suspended. Yeah, I hope you learned your lesson. We don't want to have to call HR again.
Yes, I know. It was terrible. 2 of the jokes tonight could be it. So, Patti, so you're out.
Thank you very much, Patti,
for the next week and a half.
So I'll be in.
I'll be in
Kenosha. Yeah, just 1 week. So starting tomorrow, I'm in Kenosha. We'll see. But
I put my daughter's ballot in today. I brought it back with me from MSU.
That's funny.
Thank you.
I put your daughter's ballot in also.
Can I say this?
Yeah.
Can I do a PSA?
Yeah.
Please, I know there are folks who like to vote early. I'm going to beg you. I'm not going to even plead. I'm not going to reason with you. For the love of God, please vote early. And here's why. If you need an incentive, your name will be taken off our door knocking list, the call list, the text list. They will stop bothering you. There might be a couple of stragglers, but you will be removed. We saw it happen in real time. We were on the doors, and it was like they disappeared. Like they just melted off of our screens because their vote had been counted. So please.
I've always voted early, but I can't because I leave tomorrow, and Kentucky doesn't start early voting until the 30th through the 2nd. Yeah. And then not
that's intentional.
3 and 4.
That's intentional because they want to marginalize. They want to suppress votes.
Yeah.
So
yes, but
that.
Brad, you're coming to Nashville tomorrow. Vote here.
I'll just go through vote in every state. That's what I'll do.
That's right.
Yes.
But the other thing is, folks, is it means that we can focus on the folks who might not otherwise vote. So if you really want Kamala Harris to win or other things, whatever. But yeah, please.
That's great.
The
And
good thing
Patty,
about
there's
here,
some
though,
way.
is you can
Is there
vote
some way
anywhere.
that system can be applied to emails and texts also? Because I've had enough.
Yeah. No, it will. Did you vote early?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why you're still on the list. Sorry.
I don't think you're ever off the list. I think
Yeah.
as of
think it-
On my
January,
phone-
as of February 5th this year, you're going to start getting them for 28. So it's going to start
Fair.
all over.
Yeah, and Patty's going to come knock on my door.
Patty's going to knock on my door. Hey, it's not too early to think ahead for 2028.
Well, one woman said, I want to stay on the list. I'd like all my friends to call me and visit my door. She did.
Some people are lonely.
I know.
All the lonely people.
Yeah.
All right.
It was
Thank
sweet.
you, Patty. Well,
Thank you, Patty. We look forward to seeing what color you are next week.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
She's going to be beat. She's going to be red all over. So
You're going to look like this.
speaking of red all over,
Oh, my God. Is there a Sulu in the house?
there she
I
is.
bet there is. I'll just bet there is.
Hey! Oh, look how sweet she looks. Hello, Sulu.
Hi.
How are
She's
you?
just off tour with Kiss.
Yes.
Blood.
She's playing Peter
Want to
Chris.
suck
It's
your
fantastic.
blood.
All right, Sulu, you know the deal here. I'm going to
Oh,
play.
wait, where's the intro?
I'm
Wait,
telling you.
calm down.
Hold, whatever horses you've got. Hold them.
Stop.
I'm going to play the little intro. Then you're the song, and then I have to answer it somehow, and then you're going to do another song, and I have no idea what you're about to do. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go.
Ready.
It's our musical guest, Gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest. It's time for our musical guest. Chuck Norris's favorite.
Okay, well, I finished writing this at FumFest 2024 in the laundry room while Steve probably was asleep, and Jeff and Angel was playing another game of Boob Tree, and Carl was at another hotel. And so, yeah, I had a ketchup stain on some pants, so I was in the laundry room all night. Anyway, Carl couldn't get a room because it was booked. But anyway, I decided I have an icon, and it's Tom Lehrer. And I thank Jeff Morris for preserving his legacy. He's been wonderful, so I want to dedicate it to him, and also Chris Bay, who's done the montage, and to Steve, who does the elements at every concert. But I decided that Tom Lehrer needs a twist. He needs a spooky parody. So I've taken two parodies, and I've done a spooky twist to them. So I present An Evening with Tom Lehrer with killer lyrics.
Yeah.
So, and by the way, when I pause, because I have some visuals, I'm not as techie as Chuck or Steve, you know. So when I put up the visuals and the pause for the rhyme, please join in and say the rhyme, okay? This is called Monster Party Lineup, and it is a parody of The Elements. Ready?
Ready.
Frankenstein and Dracula, the Mummy, Freddy Krueger, Elvira and Vampira, and they're all sharing an Uber. They're coming to my haunted house where they can scare and frighten. They might give you a heart attack, so why did I invite them? There's Wolfman and Godzilla, King Kong, Jason, Medusa, the Raptors in Jurassic Park on Weird Al's Alapalooza, and most of them would eat you up, so that's a way to lose ya. These monsters will all scare you, so you'll barf up your papoozas. There's Scorpion King, Alien Queen, and Satan, straight from hell. The Wicked Witch of the West, the beast who long for Belle. The Flyman who mutated, Bride of Frankenstein as well, and Jaws, who's a stuffed animal. To little kids they sell. The real Jaws will bite your head off and make you wanna yell. Everyone.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
There's Creature from the Blue Lagoon and Pitman, oh so yucky. Predator and with an axe, you best watch out for who? Chucky. Chances you may get chopped up unless you're really lucky. Go hiding in a bubble bath with your rubber What you guys? There's ugly, hungry zombies that feed on flesh of humans, and zombie pie is gross to you. To them, it's worth consuming. I stole that song from Brad and Steve. I hope they are not fuming. Oh, so many monsters are creeping up behind you. You'll never find a place to hide, 'cause they will surely find you. More monsters in our modern day, created all by smarties. Thanks to AI, they'll be attending future monster parties. No need for monster makeup or disguises that abhor you. Computer animation will create the monsters for you. The monsters for you, like these. And at the monster party, I have told them not to scare ya. They say they'll keep you in one piece, although they long to tear ya. So come and drink our spider punch, and please do not be tardy. The monsters will be waiting for you at my monster. Everyone, party!
Yeah! Oh. Did it again. Stop. Man, I can't make it stop.
That was me.
Oh, stop.
I was playing zombie pie.
Yeah, well, oh, I see. Got it. Sorry. Everything went nuts. That was fantastic, Sulu.
Yay.
And as you
Next
probably
one,
know,
even better.
I've written one or two parodies of that same song. I have, of course, The Elements itself. That's not a parody. That's somebody else. Well, it was a parody, but I didn't write. And then, of course, there's my Trump thing. But there's one you may not have heard of this same song about a certain syncob that I really enjoyed called The Big Bang Theory. There's Kuta, Wallowitz, and Hofstadter and Cooper. They're geniuses and physicists and whizzes with computers. Sheldon is a freak of nature, Howard rides a scooter. And everyone but Sheldon is obsessed with ladies' hooters. Sheldon is a genius and he spends his extra time enjoying things like quantum physics, model trains, and punking Stephen Hawking. He finds lesser human beings very disappointing. And what's the next chord? And all his friends agree he's quintessentially annoying. Leonard's just as smart as Sheldon with the added attribute of having normal human needs like semi-normal hetero dude. He's nerdy and he's dorky and he can't have lactose in his food. His mother wrote a book about his every stinky poopy poo. I'm so used to the accordion. I never thought I'd say, man, where's my accordion?
Yeah. Where's the accordion?
Don't worry, there's only 40 more verses. Across the hall's a waitress who works at the Cheesecake Factory. She came here from Nebraska. She's an actress, well, a wannabe. And Leonard is in love with her, though she is not a PhD. Her name's Penelope, although her last name is a mystery. Sheldon cannot stand it when his girlfriend even touches him. While Roger's so damn desperate, he makes out with his dog Cinnamon. And Amy Farrah Fowler wants a physical relationship. And Wallowitz would do it with a chicken if it had some lips. Amy friended Penny, although Penny ain't the brightest. Sheldon has the biggest brain, though you could not say it's politest. The chances that he'll procreate are among the very slightest, cause pigs will fly the day he tries a bit of that kawaii-itis. This was written during season 2.
Yeah.
Okay, don't worry, only 39 more verses. Only scrolling. Isn't this fun? Oh, this is the best.
Only 8 more seasons.
Howard married Bernadette and moved out of his mother's house. He's been up in orbit where he never should have been allowed. He wrote a song for Bernadette when things have started going south. He sang to her in quarantine, and that's what Nerdy loves about Bernadette. That's kind of crazy when she is competing. Stay out of her way if there's a chance that she'll be beaten. And while we're on the subject of the needs these nerds are needing, Sheldon throws a hissy fit in his spot you're seating. God, that was terrible. Sheldon Cooper's Amy Farrah Fowler have a contract out, holding hands and Valentine's and frequency of lip contact. Someday maybe they might make it halfway to the sack, and it'll all start with a big bang. Thank you very much. And now another song from Sulu.
Yay!
Okay, does everyone love the Vatican rag?
Yeah.
Okay. I wrote one called the Dracula rag. Ready?
Yay!
All right.
He's a bat that flies with ease after midnight through the breeze. An open window he'll detect, then he bite your neck, dripping from her chest like ketchup on a chicken breast. Her face getting wider every time I bite her, doing the Dracula rag. When she dies, her family buries her in a grave. That's where they carry her. She's a vampire, so he marries her. They crave blood, and now they're wary her. Bound to wake victims, what a bummer. He bites dumb, and she bites dumber. 10, 11, 12, midnight. Found the suckers they will bite. Two dumb gals who think they're groovy, watching stupid horror movies. Open the windows for fresh air, and both bite their necks while they choke on their hair. His bride are feeded, feeling tipsy deep inside. Their blood is sweet cause the girls drank margaritas, and that makes Dracula gag. Before sunrise they return to the graveyard or they'll burn. Hope in the coffin there's no cross, it will burn them up like barbecue sauce. But if they find a Jewish star, this is for Avram, they'll wear it and they'll roar like Scar. They are not afraid of the Star of David. Dance the horror like the Dracula rag. Have a necrophilia. Clap your cake, dance on your coffin, and brush your fangs, and after floss, and beware the graveyard vampire crossing. You'll be sucked on in case you're walking. Close your windows, he'll be drooling. He'll entice you, that's no fooling. Dracula can smell death, but you've outsmarted him with garlic breath. His queen. Tofu necks are not his thing. Meaty necks are where blood flows, passing on the boogers in their nose. Next time you camp out at campfires, ask why bats change into vampires. Why don't they break windows? Well, maybe because as a bat, they give the gals rabies. Well, it's a joke with you, I'm messing. You won't know, so stop your guessing. The answer is white privilege brings good luck. As a vampire, you get more fang for your suck. As can be, like the Addams family. Long as necks are bleeding, vampires can't keep eating. Every night's exciting, long as they are biting. Once he gets a fangin', next he'll then be bangin'. In vampire vernacular, that's just spooktacular, doing the Dracula rag.
Great work!
Yeah! So Halloween-y, I love it.
All right.
Hey, Zulu, take this in the spirit it's intended. That song sucked.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, very, very good.
And she
That was
knows
very, very
Green
good.
McCormick, everybody. That's the other.
That piano with it.
I think you look great in the makeup, too.
Yeah.
Thank you. I have very good mentors. Thank you, Carla, Steve, Brad, Todd,
Bob,
Chappelle,
don't forget Bob.
Bob, don't forget
Bob.
Bob.
You know,
I've
all
done
the
nothing.
Great
So I don't know
songwriters.
what
Tom, you're all my inspiration. Thank you, Chris, and who is
Okay,
it?
we're not giving you an award. We're just having you sing a couple songs.
You win! The Oscar goes to Sulu, everybody. So,
That was fantastic, Zulu. Thank you
That
very
was
much.
great.
yay. Anything coming up that you want to tell us about?
Maybe Maui Sugar Salon, and if they invite me to Knott's Berry Farm to scare everyone, maybe.
Wow.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And in the future too, yeah. Necrophilia line was because of Chuck's Sea Monkey video. I
All right.
I had to
Thank you. Get rid of Sulu and I'll get running.
Okay.
Oh, please contact Tom Blair, Jeff Morris, because he hasn't sent me an autograph. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, please.
All right.
Hi,
Follow
Ryan.
that, Nee Miller.
Hi,
Hi. How's it going?
I'm good.
How
How are
good you're
you?
in LA. You're a good man. You're doing it all. I'm very proud of you. From back in the day when 20 years ago. How long ago was that? We were doing that Owensboro bar.
Oh, it's got to be good 12, 13 years, 14
At
years.
least, at
It's been a
least.
bit,
Don't play
yeah.
with it.
Yeah, I feel like it was in the early thousands, if that. So.
And then it's all been downhill since then.
Oh,
Right?
wow,
That
what are you
was-
talking about?
I still use that as a credit
Yeah,
right there.
Yes, you still use that long bar with 12 people in it as a credit.
It's been downhill.
Well, what's funny is, you're
virtual comedy show.
headlining all over. You're in LA, wife, baby. My career is exactly the same. I did that bar last week. So
There's something to be said about predictability, though.
that's right. That's right. So But I can buy a mini, so that's not too bad. So, well, we're excited. Tell them what's going on, Steve.
Here's what's going to happen, Ryan, as if you didn't know. We're going to run this silly little 15-second intro. Then it will be you for 10 minutes of jokes. And then we'll tell you how great you are.
Okay.
I'm good? All right, here we go.
It's time for a big headliner. Got some funny jokes to say. Oh, 10 minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Monday. Yeah.
Rodney Miller.
Hi, everybody. I'm happy to be here. I'm going to be looking down a lot. It's not to look at my notes. I have actually the camera because my son is sleeping.
Oh.
And if he wakes up, this will be my last show ever. So I want to make it special after that. My wife will kill me. Happy Halloween, everyone. Happy Halloween. I'm trying to get better now that I have a son. I want to be more excited about Halloween because I never really liked Halloween growing up. It was one of my least favorite holidays because there's not a lot of costumes designed for someone like me. It's like, yeah, I could be Spider-Man, but industrial accident Spider-Man. Like, that's not the same. That doesn't. It's like, oh, good, a T-Rex again. Great. That costume's really starting to smell. It's been 6 years in a row. I've outgrown it. No, I have a baby now. I have a baby. He's 17 months old. It's very exciting. Thank you. My penis works. Who knew?
Congrats.
Who saw that coming? Not my wife. All right, here we go. Yeah. If Patty can say bitch, I can make a semen reference. That's the rule here. That's how this works. We had a boy, which is very cool. Now, look, I know this is the cliche thing that you're supposed to say, but before we knew what we were having, I did not care if we were going to have a boy or a girl. The only thing I was concerned about was, would my wife let me hold it? Oh, stop it. None of you would let me hold your baby. Shut up. You're not better than my wife. How dare you? If I asked to hold your baby, you would panic. You'd be like, let me get his helmet first. You wouldn't even let me carry the mashed potatoes to the Thanksgiving dinner table, all right? You're like, that is way too important of a side dish. You can bring the napkins, Ryan.
I was there for one of those.
Yeah, exactly. I like my son. I'm doing my best to be a good dad. It's tough because he's mean. He is very mean. It's very strange because I am a very confident, put together adult. Like anyone who's watching this right now, I'm not scared of you. There's not a mean thing you could say to me that's gonna hurt my feelings. I don't care. I've already been paid. Who cares? This is bonus for me. But a child can tear me apart instantly because kids are the meanest human beings on this planet. They just are because they're honest. If a kid says you're ugly, guess what? You're ugly. Deal with it. I don't know what to tell you. Get a hat, learn a cool new dance. I don't know. I chose comedy. Pick whatever you want. I had this little girl once who I was just at a Target minding my own business. I have Target money now, Brad. I've made it since Owensboro.
Nice.
But I was just, I'm standing in this aisle by myself, and out of the corner of my eye, I see this little girl run by, kind of like at the end of the aisle, and I froze because it's like a reverse Jurassic Park thing. I was like, oh, her vision is based on movement. If I don't move, she won't have saw me. So I was very quiet. I'm holding my breath, and I was like, okay, good. She didn't see me because it's scary when you have a disability and you're out in public. You know where every child is in a 5-mile radius because there's mean things that can be said to you, and you can't defend yourself. You can't yell back at the child because then you're the psychopath who yells at children in public. It doesn't work. So she ran by and I kind of exhaled. I was like, okay, good. She didn't see me. I turned back to my left and she was already standing there like she's a phantom. Like I don't know how she managed that. And cut me to the bone because I don't know what's about to happen. She's gonna say something that I can't really defend myself on. So I kind of looked down and I was like, hi. And she just looked up to me and word for word said, hey, mister, are you a lobster?
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Now, look, I don't care how much I'm click-clacking around your store. Like you don't call someone a lobster to their face, but the kid doesn't know that because they don't have that filter yet. They just say whatever they see. But I was still hurt. I have feelings. I don't care if it's a child. I still have feelings. I don't have arms, but I have very sensitive feelings. All right, that's what I have. So I was really mad. I was about to like yell at this kid. I was about to go find her mom, but I was eating a bucket of plankton at the time, so I could see how she was confused. Very, that was on me, quite frankly. She just likes science.
How many plankton in a bucket?
Yeah, plankton in a bucket. It's a new
How
KFC thing. Yeah, but my son has already learned to bully me. I didn't realize it was like so natural for him. It's just he's just mean. Like he's so mean. Like and you can't logic with him the same way you can an adult. You just kind of have to accept the meanness. Like he already knows how to troll. He already figured out how to troll. No one taught him that. I didn't teach him that. Unless my wife has done it while I'm on the road and she's just bored. So she's like, this will be fun. But he just kind of picked it up instantly. A few months ago, he learned how to walk. He's been very proud of it. So as a result, he can now get into stuff. Yeah. I'm very proud of him, too. I play music every time he does something he's not supposed to. Sorry. But like he can get into things he's not supposed to, and he knows he's not supposed to get into them. He knows that. So he'll grab something, he'll grab like the TV remote. Or there's this bottle of Miralax he's really into right now. And before anyone judges me for letting my 17-month-old son have a bottle of Miralax, look, if I can't open it, he can't either. That's the rule in our house. If I can get it open, that is not a safe toy for my son. If I also have to ask my wife to open it, here you go. It's a rattle. Have fun. So he'll grab this bottle of Miralax, and he kind of turns around and he kind of gives you that like, huh? And I'll be like, buddy, you're not supposed to have that. And he's like, can daddy have it? And then here's what he does. He'll walk up to me and he'll hold it up. And then when I reach down to grab it, at the last second, he goes, ha! And just runs. Nobody taught him that. My son, I love him, but he's naturally a dick. He's going to be a I'm just saying that right now. And the other thing he likes to do, I'm glad that it was my wife's turn tonight to put him to bed, because he doesn't always like when I put him to bed. And when he doesn't want to go to bed yet, instead of doing, the logical thing, like saying, no, father, I am not ready for slumber. Maybe we shall try again in a fortnight. He doesn't do that. No. What my son will do instead is he rips my glasses off my face, throws them on the ground, and then just looks at me like, like, what, bitch? What are you going to do about it? You can't. Now, here's the thing. If any of you, I like everyone who's here. I know a lot of you personally. You're all good people. I like you. But if any of you ever tried to rip my glasses off my face, we're going to be on the news. All right. I have ways that I can take care of that. But you can't do that with your 17-month-old son. You have to be patient and use gentle language. So you have to say things like, nobody. Was that good behavior? Meanwhile, under my breath, I'm just saying, just be thankful that everyone would know the 3-fingered handprint is me. Me or a Ninja Turtle, but I can only use that excuse 4 times. So, yeah, that one's for me. I don't care if anyone else liked it or not. And in case anyone is curious, because we don't really share pictures online of my son. I think it's just a little strange, if he doesn't have a say, to like show that. But in case anyone's curious, my son does not look like me.
All right.
He's black. I don't know what my wife is up to. I just have some questions, is all I'm saying. I'm on the road a lot. He really loves that joke. No, my son doesn't have my disability, and he's really cocky about it. Which I know for any of you who are parents, like that sounds ridiculous. He's 17 months old. He can't be cocky about it. But I swear to you, he does little things that like just to like let me know that he knows that he's, got the full set. That he can play. If it was Pokemon, he has collected them all. Like that's what he's got going on. Like you're gonna think I'm crazy, but he'll do stuff like this. Like the other day, like I said, we have this camera here to watch him. So he was taking his nap, and usually when he wakes up for his nap, I get right in there, pick him up. But I was curious, like the other day, I was like, what's he do if I just kind of let him sit there and do his own thing? So I kind of, I was very quiet. I snuck into the room. And he was just trying on gloves. And I was like, that's kind of mean. We live in the desert. You don't even need those. That's just a power move. All right, I'm Ryan Niemiller. Thank you guys so much.
Yay!
Yay! We did it again.
Yeah,
okay,
we
did
got
it again.
through.
Hang on, I'm putting myself back in.
Put yourself
And
in.
Ryan's around there somewhere.
There he is. I got him.
Ryan, that was tremendous.
Super,
Thank you.
Good job, Ryan.
I figured out something that we share something else that we have in common. We're
What's
both
that?
married to educators, so we have insurance. I think that's we have
That's
health insurance.
yeah, that is 100% a joke I use on stage.
Yeah,
like
that
when you're
is,
when you're in your 40s, that's the friends with benefits you want right
Yes,
there.
that's a good joke.
That's what you're looking for.
Good,
And
well,
Ryan-
I'm going to start doing your joke.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
And Ryan, you are correct.
People will know you stole it though, Brad, because it's good.
That's right.
Oh.
Yes. And you've probably done it on TV, and I haven't been there.
Plus, Ryan puts a watermark on it with 3 fingers. So,
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, everyone knows my my fingerprints there.
You know,
Ryan, I would panic if you wanted to hold my kid, because
Thank
I'd be
you.
like, "Wait, I have a kid."
It's like I didn't want you to find out this way, Steve, but yes, you are a dad.
Wow.
well, that's funny because I remember when we did that thing for Rich Guzzi.
Yes.
And we're all getting lunch, and this one I just couldn't believe. She walks up, she goes, "Oh, do you need me to carry your plate?" And you're like, and you said, "Do I look like I have trouble getting food?"
I was like, yeah, you don't get this physique
You don't
by
get
not
this
figuring
physique
out the plate
because you
issue,
can't get a plate to a table.
Yeah.
I hate helpful people. People that are
Me
just
too.
they're the worst.
Yeah. As a general rule, this would just be for anyone. People with disability, like, we'll ask if
Yeah.
we need help. Like, I'm not going to sit and struggle all day. If I need help, I'll ask you. Otherwise, leave me alone. I don't really like you that much. Like just. I'm trying to eat
Ryan-
my 3rd time Taco Bell today.
Yeah.
Ask you. I don't offer you help. I ask for help. Like, does this look infected?
Yeah.
Yes, you'll be fine.
I think you're fine. Okay. Where are you going? Where are you working? What's the next gig?
So this Friday, I'm in Delray Beach, Florida. Then the 9th of November, I'm doing a taping in LA for Sirius XM.
Ooh, wow.
And then Thanksgiving weekend, I'm doing Tacoma Comedy Club, the 29th and 30th. Only the late shows, because Brad Upton decided he wants to go to sleep after his sold out early shows.
Oh my God.
So I'm doing those. And cripplethreat.com is my website. You can see the all my dates on there. And then cripplethreat8 on all of the social medias and
You
stuff.
need to
Say
call
hi.
that after midnight. You need to be on that show.
I need to be on a lot of things, Brad.
Get your people
Mostly-
on this. Where's your
Mostly
people?
Xanax. That's
Yes,
mostly what I need
yes.
to be on.
I need to be on anything. I'm on nothing. Yeah. So that's right. So all right. Let's hear it, everybody. Ryan Niemiller.
Appreciate
Amazing.
it.
Ryan.
Thank you for being the second most famous person we've ever had on the show.
Yeah.
Who is number one?
Bob.
Stephanie
Bob.
Hodge.
Okay.
You don't know Stephanie Hodge?
I did not offhand.
She was on. She was the lead of the show Nurses back in the. And then remember Unhappily Ever After? You don't remember that show? It was
I
the
do.
spin-off for Married with Children. She was the lead in that. She was the wife in that.
okay.
So
But Ryan, since you've never heard of Stephanie Hodge, you're our most famous comedian.
Yeah,
yay!
Yeah, I was gonna say it makes sense to me. I haven't heard of Stephanie Hodge, but I have heard of me.
I guess
So clearly, I'm more famous.
I guess Mary Lynn Rice Cub has been here, but she didn't do a set. She just kind of talked about nothing, and she was Chloe on 24.
Yeah,
So that's how you pronounce it.
She was on Mr. Show as well,
Yeah,
which I
she was
really
on
love
Mr.
that show.
She got fired.
So.
She was dating. She was dating. What's his name? Not
Odenkirk.
No, not Odenkirk. The other one.
David Cross.
David Cross, and she didn't want to date anymore, so he fired her. Because she broke up. Is that wild?
She won't make that mistake again.
She won't make that mistake again. So okay. So the third most famous. I don't care. Okay, thanks.
Appreciate it.
Okay,
Thank you.
Doing,
there was
Steve?
Haywood Banks.
What's up?
Haywood Banks. Haywood Banks.
Haywood Banks. No, Ryan's bigger than Haywood Banks. He's
Yeah,
much
that's true.
more television than Haywood Banks.
Hey, guess what it's time for, Brad? Are you ready?
Well, yeah. No, I'm not. Wait.
You need to put stuff on? I'll kill a little time. As many of you have requested, and by many of you I mean none of you. We'd like to do,
meaning us,
for Halloween, a little taste of our Halloween show that we've done so many places, such as, I don't know, Edinburgh and Brad's house. So tonight we're going to see if we can get this technology working. We practiced for well over 45 seconds earlier today, and I think we might have it ready. You let me know when you're ready, Brad, and we're going to give this a try.
There you go. I got it right there.
Okay, here it comes. Everybody good. Here we go.
Everybody ready? Hershey's, Reese's, Snickers, Twix.
Master, I brought the shovels.
Good, Igor, good. We have much work tonight.
Oh, and I brought your earmuffs.
Yes, Igor, yes. It gets cold at night in the cemetery. And did you bring my latte?
Yes, Master. Skim milk, true splendor.
Good, Igor, good. Let's get started. We dig in the earth.
The graves must be new.
The flesh not too rotten.
The maggots must be few.
I found a good heart.
I've unearthed 2 good legs.
A lung, a liver, an arm.
An egg.
We spend the night searching eerie winds all around. Digging for fresh pieces 6 feet underground.
We hunt for limbs and organs. Torches flicker and they shine.
Ha ha ha! Parts for Frankenstein! When all the parts are collected,
add brain, spleen, and face.
To the hardware store for bolts.
Screw them tight into place.
Frankenstein is ready.
Now to bring him to life.
I wonder if this works. Should we make him a wife? Some say this work is evil. You never play with life and death. But I'll prove it isn't over when you take your final breath.
The pieces are in place. The storm is at its height.
Our parts for Frankenstein will come alive tonight. Oh yes, Igor, yes, raise the platform. Raise, it's time, it's time.
Well,
hook up the electrodes.
Plug them in the wall.
Turn on the juice.
Hope his heart will not stall.
Buzz. He's alive! He's awake! Some say this work is evil. You never play with life and death. But I'll prove it isn't over when you take your final breath.
The pieces are in place. The storm is at its height.
Our parts for Frankenstein have come alive tonight.
He looks awfully hungry.
I hope we're not cake.
No, we're toast.
Yay, everybody. That was fantastic.
There you have it.
That was fantastic. I realized 2 things during that.
What'd you realize?
One, I would have been great in silent movies. I think I would have been.
We also learned that the scariest part of Halloween is lip syncing.
That's right. And I learned another very important thing, that within 7 minutes of this show being done, this song will be muted all over the world. Facebook will mute this song immediately. So that's
because we're doing our own material.
Because we're doing our own song, and they say, "Screw you, pal."
It's been a while since we
Speaking
heard
of being
it.
screwed, it's time to beg for money. Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
How about another dumb song from Brad begs for money? Hey, we need your money. We don't charge a cover for a 2-drink minimum, so what did you expect, Jack?
You need to go to virtualcomedyshow.com and click Donate to the Comedians. For first reason, I'm a 60-year-old man in a fake lab coat and a fake background doing a song about Frankenstein. That alone means I need your money. And Steve looks like somebody slashed his face. He put on that much makeup for one thing. That's what he did. So. Also, go to virtualcomedyshow.com and we'll buy Patti some sunscreen. It'll be fantastic. We'll buy her a hazmat suit to wear in the sun. It'll be fantastic. We need that. And go to virtualcomedyshow.com and donate to the show. And Ryan Niemöller will get his son earmuffs. I don't know. Will that make him sleep better? put headphones on his head or something and sleep. But we've all been there, by the way, with the kid waking up and having to deal with that. So you don't Ferberize him though, Ryan. That's anybody know what that is? That's where you just
don't do that.
Cry it out. We never did that. We went and picked her up immediately and hugged her, and we never let her cry, and she still lives here. Anyway, actually, she's has a job and everything. So. And let him sleep with you. I always say that. Does anybody disagree with that? Let your kids sleep with you. We let our daughters sleep with us anytime. Now, you're lucky because he doesn't want to, but we let our daughter sleep with us any day until the day she said, I am so sick of sleeping with you idiots. And then she went on and slept with us again. So, and then you miss it.
I let Bob sleep with me.
That's right. Bob,
when I say let, I mean force.
Do you let those cats sleep with you? So go to virtualcomedyshow.com and donate to the show, and we'll buy Sulu some of that cream that gets makeup off your face. Rub that on and take that off. And yes, Steve and I have decided that in 2026 we're going to be back in Edinburgh. And also, Steve, since you own a house there, go over to that Frankenstein place. You know that place?
Uh-huh.
Go over there, talk to them next time you're over, and see if next year, not this year, 2025, like the week of Halloween, if they want shows at their little basement theater.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, because
that's a very good
Halloween
idea.
Thing in town.
Of course.
And if you go to Virtual Comedy Show and donate to the comedians, you'll help us pay for that because we'll lose money. Okay, go ahead.
Well, before I do, I just want to point out that, if the election doesn't go the way we want, you'll be living in Edinburgh too.
That's right. Janet and I are moving right into your house. So,
all right. Worst joke of the week.
Worst joke.
Move! That was the worst joke ever.
Yeah.
By the way, this is the worst joke because my wife said, I don't get it. Here we go.
Man, any joke could be the worst joke.
Oh, no, I think sometimes people get it and they don't want it. But this one, just won't get it. A bat escaped from a German zoo by hiding in a woman's jacket who didn't realize the bat was in there till she got home. That's right.
Oh.
The bat was returned to the zoo. Still missing is Pants Panda.
Good night.
It was a virtual comedy show. We learned a lot of stuff we didn't need to know. Tomorrow is a great time to early vote. But no matter when you do it, don't forget to vote. Yes, vote time to vote. We have a lot of fun at the virtual comedy show. It's better than sitting home playing with your toes or going to the dump to watch stuff decompose. Keep coming back to the virtual comedy show.